Hello, my name's Ray, and we're both some Year 9 students at XP. Um, if we could please ask you to turn your mics off to reduce any feedback, you can do this by touching the mic icon in the top of the screen. That would be really helpful, thank you. If you do have any questions, please post them into the box, the chat group, and then if we have time at the end, we will answer them. So now we're going to go to the school office to talk about our character values and our howls. At XP, we have habits of work and learning, or howls as we call them. These are work hard, get smart, and be kind. There is a set criteria for each of these howls, and we try to achieve them in each area of our education to enable us to get the best experiences possible. So at XP, we have character values. These are courage, respect, craftsmanship and quality, compassion and integrity. We try to do these in our everyday work as well as our schoolwork. We show these traits throughout our school learning. For example, we show courage during our community meetings whilst apologising, and we respect one another throughout. Now we're going to go to the Humanities and Arts room. So, for one of our humanities expeditions, you probably understand what an expedition is. At XP, we work differently than another school. We work through expeditions. So, at the start of each expedition, we'll do immersion. This can vary from fieldwork, experts coming in, the little bit of learning, the slice that we get at the start of an expedition will give us clues and small insights to what we're going to be spending the next few weeks learning about. And at the end of each expedition, we have a final product which will then show off all of the learning we have done throughout the expedition. So in this particular expedition, in year 8, it was called Get Up, Stand Up. For our immersion, we visited the Houses of Parliament and we spent the day there learning about a variety of different political views. And then through the course of this expedition, we studied a variety of speeches, famous deaths, and also the segregation and the civil rights movements in America in 1960. One of the pictures on the far wall is one of our students reading their speech at the celebration of learning. And then there's the person's written version of their speech. And on the far wall, you can see Martin Luther King. Within the expedition, we studied a variety of his speeches along with other big characters, and we did this not only analysing the text, but the way they presented themselves whilst speaking to learn how we could get the best out of our celebrations and the most powerful speeches. So now we're going to leave humanities and we're going to go do the steps. So on the far wall, you'll be able to see there's a picture of a lot of students climbing a mountain. This is a crew, so that's the equivalent to your what you might know as a tutor group. So within each crew, at the start of year 7, students will go to Wales. They will be put in their crews, and then they'll spend the week doing a variety of team building activities and different opportunities to get to know one another and bond. So the week spent in Wales, the students got to know each other, and we had to achieve lots of different opportunities and struggled to achieve some of the things the school was asking. We was really pushed during this first week, and we tried our best to complete the activities with the support from our crew members. As you can see on the top of the steps, um, there is a picture of our entire school sat listening to Mr. Sprakes. This is our community meetings on a Friday. Within these, students show all of our character traits by making announcements, listening to announcements, and apologising and appreciating one another for what has happened during the course of the week. This allows us to become better people by being able to understand our own apologies and what we've done wrong, and being able to understand where others have succeeded and praising them in doing so. So the area that is empty is shown on the picture with the lectern. This is where we do our presentations of learnings and our celebrations of learnings. These happen at the end of an expedition. We will present our final products to our parents and sometimes some visitors. We show our work and we will present everything that we have done to our parents, as well as showing them our grades and how well we've done throughout the exhibition. So now we're gonna go to the library. So this is the library. On the back wall you can see all the folders. Every student in XP has a folder. These are our portfolios. So within our portfolios, this allows us to capture all of our work from year 7 through to whatever year we may be. In mine and Ethan's case, year 9. So within these portfolios is all of our products and assessments and other vital pieces of our learning. By archiving our work, it allows us to come back to it for revision and also have it accessible for when we do our student-led conferences. These are the equivalent to a parents' evening, only the student will talk their parent through their learning and how they think they've done. On the far side of the library, there are images of portfolio content and some portfolio work. This shows the sort of thing that students will talk and show their parents in their student-led conferences and what they talk about. So next we're going to go to science. Although we don't usually have a set science lesson, we cover science, technology, engineering and maths all in one, which we call STEM. So in this particular science room, we did Robo Olympics, which was an expedition in year 8. For our immersion, we went to AMRC and we spent the day looking at different engineering methods and a variety of things that we did. Throughout the expedition, we did a lot of maths We covered Pythagoras theory, coordinates, angles, and trigonometry. We needed to know how to do all of these maths so that we would be able to get our coding correct. Because as part of our final product, we did a robot competition for which there was 2 parts. There was the automated, for which we had to use the coding for the robots to follow a set route. So we had to work out all the angles and coordinates to ensure that the robots followed the correct path. And for the manual, we had to make our robots be able to pick up blocks and stack them in specific orders and colour and height. So that is everything that we've got for our tour today. We'd just like to apologise as Ethan's mic did stop working. But if you have any questions, then you can now ask them.
Hello, Ray. It's Should Pountney here.
Hello.
I was wondering, how many expeditions do you have in a year?
In a year, we usually do about 7 expeditions, I think. So, and they'll all vary, so it'll be a wide range of different types of expedition.
And what do friends or other schools, what do they say about the way that your curriculum works?
Um, my friends tend to be really surprised at the hands-on experience and the confidence levels that the school does entrust with us. They are always shocked at the amount of work we do and um, how we do actually learn through expeditions.
And you mentioned your first day at the school, which was quite an unusual day. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, so our first day in year 7, we got on a coach, not really knowing that many people, if anyone, and we went to Wales. And then at Wales, we did spend a week doing a different team bonding activities.
And why do you think that prepared you for learning and working at XP? Why was that important, do you think?
Um, I think it really shows us how the culture works and how we're expected to do things that aren't the same as other schools and how it challenges us. Um, we do use a metaphor a lot at XP, and that's don't just get one person to the top of the mountain, get everyone. And that's based around in Wales, we did have to climb a mountain with our crews on the second day after spending our first night in a log cabin. So we do use that metaphor a lot, and I think Wales really sums up the school experience and it prepares you sort of to be unprepared.
So, so you get put into a crew at the start of your XP year and life. Do you stay in that crew? Has your crew changed?
No, my crew hasn't changed. Once you are put into your crew at the start of year 7, that will be your crew throughout. I know when I started, they did wonder if we would just have these crews for Wales and then swap them. But during the experience at Wales, all of the crews bonded really well. So they decided that they would keep those as the same crews throughout the school.
Thank you, Ray. That's been really, really interesting. And thank you to Ethan. I'm sorry Ethan's microphone didn't work, but been really, really interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Goodbye.